I slept off so many times.
I slept too.
Like watching it was exhausting to watch. Like
some people might argue that Enola is a good person.
How did Enola and Makanaki come back together?
The King of Boys movie, I feel, left a lot of things for us to figure out. I feel like King of Boys could have done better in a lot of ways. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm Valentina, and if you're not, welcome back. I have Emma, my friend.
Hi.
Today, and we are both going to be reviewing the King of Boys. We're going to start off by saying things that we don't like and then things that we like. We want to go on the record that we love
absolutely love the movie. Like it was mad, you know.
No movie or film or piece of art is devoid of criticism. I feel like King of Boys could have done better in a lot of ways, and we're going to list them out.
And it's fine if you have like different opinions.
I was disappointed in the choice of surname. Now I've noticed in Nollywood that whenever a family is being portrayed as classy or prim and proper, they opt for English surnames, especially if these families are rich. In Sugar Daddy, they said Beecroft, and I actually did my research. Never did I see an English name. Why are you misrepresenting Nigeria? Also, the movie, I'll put it on the screen. So they were saying Hernandez. After seeing the movie, I went on my research, and never did I see in our polls, only Jonathan was the English name. The Randos are portraying them as one, old money, and two, a family of class. So why in Nigeria, I'm putting it to you guys, if you know, please comment down below if you know any Nigerian family that is of old money and of class and is answering an English name. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Google failed me, but I'm open-minded. Put it down below. Not one, just Jonathan. I said, like, leave politics. Not one English name. That is not us.
I think you did not see even one. Doesn't mean they don't exist.
I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying if they do exist, prove that they exist. Even if they do exist, we can just, you know, agree that they are on the minority level. The minority deserves to be represented, but when it comes to voting, it's the majority that is favored, because you can't, you know, favor the minority over the majority. I don't know if they are ashamed of our surname. Oh, that's not a reality. So I just feel like Nollywood should do better generally. And I was disappointed when I saw it in King of Boys.
While, like I said, I understand everything that you're saying, and I've seen that, yes, it's kind of like a trend in all these new Nigerian movies to use the whole surname thing. It happened in, I think the one that had Bling the Gracias, the one that had 1% of 1%, I think it happened there. I think happened in the Beecroft one, the Hernandez. If you look at it as how the way it is a trend now, it doesn't make any sense and it's quite unfair. But I want to look at it as, okay, we're talking about just King of Boys. I don't think it's that strange to see a family that is answering like a non-native surname just because they're in politics or because they said they're, I don't know, old money. Doesn't mean that they have to be answering a native name. I'm just looking at it from the perspective of, okay, this is just King of Boys. I'm trying not to like merge it with other movies in Nollywood. Looking at it alone, I honestly don't see it as a big deal. I'm not that passionate about it personally. But yes, I do agree that it has become something of a trend in Nigerian movies to do things like that, and it's not nice.
There are so many things that happen with the plot that we are just like, you could have done better. What's better? You could have done better. I was joking, obviously.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is how long it was. We did not have a problem with it having 7 episodes, right? But we just feel like the whole story was dragged a lot. There were so many scenes that we felt were unnecessary, that just like maybe longer than it should have been. Personally, I slept off so many times.
I slept too.
Like watching it was exhausting to watch. Like it was so long.
The King of Boys movie, I feel, left a lot of things for us to figure out. And we found out that Ade Tiger had done some work for Are, and he was being blackmailed with that to turn over to Are's side and betray Enola. Are we not expected to believe that Enola just understood and forgave him and brought him back on his side?
He made her kill Boxer, after like It's just strange.
It's just strange. I feel like I'm not saying that it's far fetched for Eniola to forgive him. This scene had to have been shown. Maybe her getting angry,
Yeah.
her telling him, "Don't
just
talk to me."
leaving that blank in our minds is just unfair.
Because I feel like when they shot it though, but then the person that was editing it slept off.
How did Eniola and Makanaki come back together? Like, I understand that since they had a common enemy, they probably decided to put aside their differences and just work together to like both gain what they want. But I just feel like it wouldn't have hurt for them to put the scene where they talked about it and agreed.
Now, let's be honest, Makanaki could have taken that throne from Odubariba without Eniola's help. Emma and I just maybe thought
maybe gain some things from her being a governor. Yeah.
Makanaki literally called Eniola's name
When he went to collect jazz.
collect jazz, and all of a sudden just allowing her, apostolating for her.
Right.
How did Makanaki come back to life?
$1 million question, we ever know. When she asked me that, I just said, or did she? It's jazz. Like, if they wanted to portray the whole is jazz thing, Odogu wouldn't have shot him that many times. Like when in the first movie.
I think it's one of the things that I'd actually forgive the King of Boys.
Okay, well, yeah, because in the first place they did not plan to have a second movie,
and they did not plan to have Makanaki come back. I love that Makanaki came back actually,
yeah.
But I didn't like that he killed Odogu Male. Oh my god, that was so sad seeing his sons.
But that scene was brutal. Like, you know, the slow-mo when Odogmali's hair was cut off and he was falling and we saw the shadow. I could not watch.
Okay, I understand that they can't give it to us, you know, what happened in the season and all, but they just have many things to figure out. Like, we are thinking, it's making me have headache. All this one does not have sense.
Wow. What do you think about Adetaiga and Eniola's relationship? Do you think it was weird at any point?
I thought it was going to be a May-September relationship.
I would have hated it. I was so scared. You know that scene where she told him come and eat, and then she fed him. I was cringing so hard. Personally, I would have hated. I might have stopped watching. No. I think it's better like this.
I don't even know how it was before.
Another character that we want to talk about is Dapo.
Dapo, he falls under some of the things that we don't like, e.g. his new apartment. So when he was kicked out of his friend's house, we see that he has relocated and he has furnished a small house. And I thought he was an employee in a bankrupt company, so how did that
come about? Was one. So like if he had the money, where was he staying with his friend in the first place? How was he able to get the house that fast?
Like I said, it's making us think too
like
much.
That.
It's making us think too much, and I don't like it because now I'm saying that maybe he had a rich uncle who didn't help him until he was thrown out of someone's house. Yeah. But I'm just saying it was still super duper unnecessary because we saw in the scene the wife coming to yell at him, "Oh, see what you've done, you're reckless." What's there to say? Oh, is it because my uncle finally gave me this house? Like, just put it in there so that we just know what's up. Another thing with that point is that I felt like he was too lucky, so much so that it was too good to be true. Now, the people who targeted him are professionals in the business.
Yeah, after the bomb, they did not get him the bomb. They did not get him when they went to his friend's house. They did not get him when they went to his wife's house. Like, he does not have security. Did you think Dapo is to blame for the death of his daughter?
I don't think it's his fault. I think it's just unfair for the wife to do that to him.
But then, if he wasn't so like...
How are we so sure that if he wasn't en route to his house, you know, the trader wouldn't have come?
Well,
still.
True.
It's all falls under the whole what to be in this situation.
But I don't blame the wife for blaming him either, because he has never put his family before his work. And I just feel like he wasn't that remorseful. I mean, yes, it's his daughter and he's definitely remorseful. But that scene where the wife came to confront him in his...
He was still putting his wife...
Yeah, he was still...
putting his work before his family.
And he was still like... I don't know, he seemed like he was trying to make her feel guilty for something. Like, in my opinion... Is it this thing you're doing that will make it better now? Don't annoy me, I'm serious. I don't know how to be annoyed. So, I don't know. It was just strange that like he was trying to guilt trip her or something like that, and I did not see anything wrong in what she did. She had had enough and all of that. And they even showed it there that when the news started, he still turned his attention away from her. So I don't think he changed at all. don't think it changed.
Are you going to fault her
For
for
helping the police. That was the one that I was like, no,
I
essentially
knew
she was
she-
under duress. I mean, her son was there. They could have threatened her. Even though when she got off the call, she did not seem that uncomfortable, to be honest. She just was just like,
Yeah, so I don't think she was under duress based on that, because if they owned her son, they would have just pushed her son towards her.
yeah, or just shown us. But it just seemed like she wanted to do it, which was weird. But then, she didn't know he was being framed. She didn't know anything about his work. So,
But it's still your son's father. How can you even do that to him? In that scene where they were tracking him, now I calculated it and they were talking for, give or say, 2
they
minutes.
could have tracked him down.
They could have tracked him.
They could have just made the conversation short. So that will not have to be like, because it was an actually long conversation. They could have gotten him. I don't know.
But all of a sudden, he's lucky.
Again, I don't know. Maybe his father's spirit.
Also, the father, I felt like that was also a very unnecessary.
Yeah, I feel like it was unnecessary. He could have just been a random, I don't know, a random person who got a job at that just happened to be overzealous and all of that. The whole they made it seem like, because of his father's death, that was what was pushing him. But to be honest, I don't think in the first place that Dapo would have gone as far as he did if the information wasn't dropped into his lap. Everything, he didn't really have to do much. Jumoke was feeding him with all the information. I feel like, first of all, he wouldn't have gotten that far, and he wouldn't have, I know, yes, he's overzealous and all of that, but I just feel like he wouldn't have done the extra work when he hit a brick wall. It's just because everything was coming so easily to him that he was able to be, he was able to be that person. It wasn't bad. It didn't make the movie bad or anything. It didn't add any negative thing to the movie, but we could have done without as well. That's just what we're saying.
So we are crossing over to the threshold of things that we like. First off, I love Enola Salami's costume.
Costume generally, everybody's costume was on point. It wasn't it just fits everybody's personality.
Nollywood does not necessarily try sometimes when it comes to costumes.
That's what I'm saying.
If it was a normal Nollywood movie that was no exception of a King of Boys, I'd probably given Enola Salami just the basic outfit.
That's what we're saying the same thing. I like the costume. You talk about Enola. I'm saying generally their costume. Every character had a costume that even Jumoke's costume. Oh my god, Jumoke killed every freaking outfit. Her figure was great. It suited the whole classy vibe they were trying to. It was on point. It was on point.
So yeah.
I just like what they did with the costume. First of all, in case you don't know, we are Igbo girls. So definitely, obviously, we loved the Igbo dialogues. Bro, Odogumale, he was so smooth. I cannot speak Igbo that well, but everything he said sounded like music to my ears. It was so. I was in love with all the scenes, all the Igbo, the person that I need to go find people that follow them on Instagram.
Yeah, I also love the proverbs.
Yeah, the Yoruba proverbs that we do not. Okay, well, there was subtitle, and a lot of the things I was just like, so what does this one now mean? I did not understand the proverb, but it was sweet to hear.
Yeah. In as much as we didn't like some things in the plot, I love that it was still unpredictable. We couldn't have predicted that Makanaki was back to life. We couldn't have predicted that Ade Tiger. We didn't know where he stood with his loyalty. We couldn't have predicted that Enola Salami would win governorship.
Exactly. And there are movies where it's okay, Enola is the main actor, so she can't die or something like that. There are movies where I know from the beginning, nothing will happen to this person, but I wasn't 100% sure that she wasn't going to die or that she was going to win governor or any of those things. At every point in the movie where her life was threatened, I was still shocked. I wasn't sure she was going to live. So that was cool. I had no idea. We talk about how the movie is good or the movie is bad, what we like, we don't like, but I feel like we don't speak enough on the behind the scenes, what went into the movie. And I've watched some interviews or listened to some interviews with some of the actors of the movie. Tony Tones, who is young Enola, was on I said what I said podcast in the last episode, and she talked about how she had to gain weight for the movie, like for the first one. She talked about how she had to crack her voice for the movie, how she would come to set like in character, like okay, ready to fight. She would come to set angry, that kind of thing. And I saw a tweet where she talked about the fact that before King of Boys, she didn't know how to speak Yoruba. Like she didn't know how to speak Yoruba. She had to learn the Yoruba for the movie. So all those proverbs that she said, like she even said that some of them she did not even know what they meant, but she just had to say them. And it's just like amazing. And I just wonder like the other actors, all the work that they had to put into it, like for the movie. I just love the work they put into the movie. Yeah.
The next thing I like about the movie is from a personal perspective. So generally, I don't like when a movie is being announced before it's filmed or while it's filmed. I prefer that when you announce a movie, it should be with its trailer and a release date. So we have those moments and actors and films where they are saying day 3 on set, oh, we have to stay awake on set,
and BTS.
and I don't like that. Or you're just saying, oh, I'm on my way to set, I just got the script. I'm not, just not for me. We got whiff of King of Boys too, but there was something concrete, and they just announced it in a more standard or cohesive way with the trailer, and I like that. But that's from a personal standpoint.
Yeah.
There are some people who prefer that you tell them, oh, BTS, they 1, day 2, day 3, and then when the trailer is out, they will still be invested. But
yeah, well,
I don't like it
personally. Either way, I'm good. I don't see a problem with the whole announcing beforehand thing. The movie just speaks for itself. The movie is good.
For Enola, I think I can speak for everyone or most people when I say she's our favorite, one of our favorites. However, I guess it's the whole part of the climax, anti-climax, resolution, my literature is not what it used to be, but I didn't like that she became soft-hearted. I think that she did that because she was seeking redemption, and we could see her flogging herself in the first episode and seeking grace and forgiveness. And I think maybe that's what she was doing. She didn't want to exert revenge on Odubariba because she didn't want to be that person anymore. But it would not have ended well for her if she didn't become ruthless. When it came to the boxer, I mean, I understand why you were disappointed that she gave in to her younger self and stabbed boxer. But there's something called dramatic irony. She didn't know that boxer was being framed, and that was what we expected Enola to do. So I was really proud of her because when she stabbed boxer, I knew that okay, you're back and you need to be back.
But I won't lie, I was disappointed when she.
So what would you have her do? What would you have her do?
I wanted to see like the whole dynamic of her being good, her wanting to like seeking redemption of that. I wanted to see the whole dynamic play out. I wanted to see how possible it was for her to be like that and still win the election. Maybe you think it couldn't have worked out. Maybe most probably wouldn't have worked out. But I was looking forward to seeing how she was going to be that person and not kill anybody. And I don't know. I was looking forward to
Number one, some people might argue that Enola is a good person.
Good person in what? I don't know.
She's just a good person who did bad things to those who deserved it.
One character that was weird as hell was the Reverend RMD. First of all, RMD killed that role.
I can't believe he's 16.
I just feel like the whole character of Reverend Fanny, I do not understand. Up until that point where the whole blackmail, okay, she asked him if God is still going to forgive her, and he's like, yes, he is. I don't remember the exact words, the dialogue, but he said something about how she still had to bring money, that she had to bring. At that point, I was like, what's going on here? Like, I thought he was a good person. What is this about? It was just very weird, but he did well with that character. RMD did well with that character. Okay, do you think he was a bad person?
RMD?
Yeah.
No, you might think so. I see why someone would, but I also don't. They left a lot of things for us to figure out, and it's just playing in my head. Okay, he has a wife and a girlfriend. Sorry, he has a girlfriend and a daughter. I'm not faulting him for that. If he has a whole let's say human traffic organization going on, then yes, it's a bad person. But it's a one time. I don't think it's a bad person.
I think it's a moral high ground thing. You know how thief now can come and be like, I only steal from the rich, I don't steal from the poor. It wouldn't take him anything to step down from the pulpit, because he knows that I don't know much about like the whole church, their doctrines, but he's not for them to be able to use that to blackmail him. He's not supposed to have a girlfriend and a child. He was hiding and basically lying to everybody. So I feel like for him that's probably all. And I can hide the whole family, but I cannot engage in political activities.
That thing is, even if he does have the moral high ground, he is supposed to have it. Just because he made a mistake doesn't mean that he should keep making mistakes up and on. He may have learned from it, he might be healing from it. But I don't think just because he made a mistake, he has a child, then he should start collecting bribes and looting. Another character that I found interesting was Jumoke. I really loved that she was really strong-willed and determined, and she's a hustler in my opinion. She's hustling for herself and for her husband. Not for herself, because if her husband is nothing, she technically would be nothing by association or marriage or blood or whatever. People actually don't like Jumoke because
I feel they're already biased against her because we like Enola.
And she's a rival to.
I think if we put our bias aside, a lot of us would admire, like, she's very goal driven. Like, when she wants something, she's going to get it. She might not do it in the best way, but then who in the movie got what they wanted in a good way. So she was playing the game that everybody else was playing, just that I didn't expect anything less from her mother-in-law. I'm not even going to lie, I didn't feel sorry for her. She did get a whole 2-bedroom apartment. It wasn't one, they gave her 2. She can keep her clothes sleeping. Yeah, in Aja, but still 2-bedroom. Who's your favorite character?
My favorite character, aside from Enola, that's obviously cliche and common, would probably be it would probably be Jumoke. I love that hustling spirit.
My favorite character would be Ade Tiger, and the character development is massive. I might have a tiny crush. His performance was just great, and I just loved all the scenes where he appeared. My favorite scene in the entire movie, honestly, would be that last part where Enola held him and he was like, Oba till I die. God, that scene, like, I was shaking, I had goosebumps. I love that scene. Like, see, if your loyalty to me is not like Ade Tiger's, then I don't want to do Ade Tiger or nothing.
So guys, that's it for the review. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I'll see you in my next video. Give us your opinions, please.
In the comment section.
Good, bad, ugly. If you want me to keep doing movie reviews, please comment down below. This was so much fun doing this with Eemaah. I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.